while, hasn't it? Why, of course, I do remember you. Though, I didn't think I'd see you again. Well, that's a good sign it took this long, I suppose. It must mean you did not end up entangled with any other witches, did you? I'm glad to hear it. Please, sit. Have some tea, won't you? I insist. Everything is better with a cup of tea. Yes. It will just take a little bit longer until it's ready. I just brewed it. Well, please do tell me. What brings you here? What made you seek me out? Oh. Well, I suppose that does make sense. So you came here to meet with Kyubey, not with me. Please, I do not take offense at all. I understand. In fact, I expected as much. After all, I doubt you would have been able to find me without Kyubey leading you away. Well, Kyubey isn't here at the moment, but I'm sure they'll be back shortly. In the meantime, why don't you tell me what it is you'd like to discuss with them? I mean, of course, it likely is about the contract, isn't it? The one to become a magical girl? So it is. Well, I'm sure you have your reasons. After all, I'm sure you recall what I told you. Well, please, do tell me, what do you consider worth wishing for? Worth fighting for? Oh, I understand. I'm terribly sorry to hear that. No, it is not selfish at all. In fact, it would be foolish to use this wish for something not selfish. After all, you will be paying the price for the rest of your life. It should be a wish that benefits you, and, well, I believe yours is a wish that I can understand. It is a difficult thing to deal with, and I can see how in your situation becoming a magical girl would actually be a chance. And I do hope that this chance will be something you don't regret. Would you like some sugar for your tea? Yes, I had a feeling you'd have a sweet tooth. One more? Of course. Since it seems you thought it over well, let me make you an offer. Please. Some treats if you'd like as well, but if you would like... No, let me say it differently. I have been a magical girl in Mitakihara City for a very long time. However, there is a certain sense of rivalry in between magical girls in this territory. You see the grief seeds that witches leave behind? We require them to purify our soul gems, which are what allows us to become magical girls. However, grief seeds are a limited resource, and therefore magical girls tend to fight over them. Oh no. Do not worry yourself. I would never hinder you in getting the grief seeds you need. It is more so that others might. And I would like to offer you my guidance. As an experienced magical girl, I would be honored to help you to learn how to fight witches and how to encounter other magical girls. And eventually, I'm sure you would develop a reputation of your own, and if you'd really want to, you could go off by yourself, but in the meantime, it would be a great pleasure for me to be there for you. It is rather difficult to become accustomed with this new life, and dangerous, of course. And yes, the life of a magical girl is a rather lonely one. We cannot tell anyone about what it is we do, or witches, or anything. So perhaps we might be able to be friends as well. That is something you would like, of course. Well, what do you say? Of course, you do not have to decide right away. Feel free to think it over and, well, you know where to find me if you've made your choice. Either way, I do hope that life as a magical girl will be worth your wish to you, and that you find enough grief seeds to get by without worry. And should you ever change your mind or need help, my door will always be open for you. So you would like to? Are you certain? How splendid. Truly, it is refreshing to not be all by my lonesome out there. It has been a good while since the last time I got to fight side by side with someone. Well then, it is set. To a great partnership. Are you nervous? I understand. This wish will be the biggest thing you'll ever have to choose or decide in your life. Though I can see how in your position it might not really seem like a choice anymore. It certainly didn't for me back when I had to make it. When I had to face the options of life as a magical girl or death. So, I can relate to the situation quite a bit. Which is why I can say in confidence, I don't think that wish will be wasted. I think that wish will be well worth it. not certain when Kyubey will be back, though. Given that he likely expects you to come here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's already somewhere lurking, waiting for the right moment. Yes, he is an interesting creature, certainly. I'm afraid I myself do not have all the answers regarding him, but maybe we don't even need that. Maybe knowing he's here to help us is enough. He has been a fine companion. In fact, he had been the only one I got to talk to like this for a while. But of course, now I'll be able to talk to you. And I cannot wait. Oh, though please tell if I talk too much. It's certainly not on purpose. I merely am so... I'm overjoyed at this opportunity to have a real friend in my life again. It might seem silly, and I do hope that you will never have to understand how this feels, but yes, you're right. It is normal to have emotions like these. I'm glad you understand. That is an interesting question. No, I never consciously thought about how I would look like as a magical girl or how I would fight. I believe it's something natural. I believe Kyubey said it depends on our personality, on our nature. Fighting styles, weapons, they should be extensions of our character, of our souls, if you wish to say it like that. Yes. Given that we use soul gems, I suppose to say they're an extension of our soul is the best way to put it. I have met magical girls with all sorts of weaponry. Guns, swords, lances, hammers, boomerangs even. There's limitless options, really. You might even end up surprised with something you never even thought about using. Whatever it is, though, I'm sure you will master it in no time. And however your clothes might look, I'm certain it will be quite flattering on you. Yes, some things will come natural to you, though others will not. Fighting is an art, a skill, something you'll have to practice and build up to. I will do my best to guide you step for step for everything you need to know. Even before we'll encounter our first witch, I hope, at least, I'd like to teach you some things that can help you defend yourself if I end up occupied with something else in a moment. Yes, there were certainly some close encounters with, well, the end of my life that I could recall. However, it's important not to dwell on it. The most important thing is that I am still here. I am still alive. I am still fighting witches, and I am still protecting the good people of Mitakihara City. that is something that keeps me moving forward, no matter what. Knowing that everything I do, it will never be seen, it will never be acknowledged, but it will save lives. It will help people. And even if no one else knows, I will know. And that is what keeps me going forward. I suppose I made a selfish wish, but thanks to it, I can be more selfless now. Maybe you'll find it the same way. It certainly wouldn't be impossible. Would you like some more tea? Of course. There you go. Do you need any more sugar? No? Are you certain? Of course. Please do not be ashamed to ask. I would not offer if I wasn't more than willing to support you in your endeavors of sweetness. Here you go. Though I suppose we should get to know each other a little bit more now, since we'll be working more closely together. As you can see, I do still attend school. How about you? I see. A different school then? Well, that is quite alright. As magic girls, we can move much faster than regular humans can. So that should not be a big problem. Though I suppose there is the question if you have any family. You do. It is both good and bad, I suppose. You see, I'm glad you do still have your family, and I'm sure they love you very much. However, please be aware that they cannot know what we'll be doing, what you'll become. It has to stay a secret. Yes, it is for their safety as well as your own. It is not something others easily believe, and even if they were, not everyone thinks kindly of magical girls. They might see us as witches ourselves even. Quite ironic, isn't it? I suppose in the eyes of a regular person, there's not much of a difference between magical girls and witches. But of course we know the difference could not be greater. One seeks to take humans, the other seeks to protect them. There is also, of course, I will do my very best to protect you. However, should anything ever happen to you within a witch's labyrinth, no one would know what had happened to you. To anyone else, it would be as if you simply disappeared without a trace, one moment to the other. It is a difficult reality to face, no doubt. I suppose maybe I should have started with this, but the excitement got the better of me. I can see that this is something that makes you think. No, I wouldn't be offended if you were to change your mind now. You don't plan to? Are you certain? I suppose you're right. Even if one day this will happen to you, at least you would have the time up till then to share with them. And you might not have it otherwise. I understand. Like I said, I believe your wish is a good choice. It is. Perhaps I can relate to it a little too much, but I wholeheartedly support your decision. Kyubey, there you are.
I see you've already been here for a while.
I suppose you already knew we had a visitor.
I can't say I'm surprised. So I take it you made your decision. You have a wish you want granted, and in turn become a magical girl, just like Mami Tomoe. Mami, will you give us a moment?
Of course. I'll give you two some space. You can do this.
After entering this contract and becoming a magical girl, you will have to fight witches. Are you aware of the risks and willing to take them in turn to get a miracle granted? So tell me, what is the wish you would trade your soul for? Thank you to my channel members for your support. Liv Algier, Free 11-9, Metal Mugen, Boza Spartans, Callum Crayston Gaming and Racing, Die Heavenly, Damenis 2686, The Mr. Roth, Ilio Tro, and Overwatch 3078. And of course, a special thanks to Radio Pierce for sponsoring this video's cosplay. Thank you very much.